Hey guys, what is up? It is Snitchery. How you doing? When I tell you, what is this? When I tell you how excited I am for today's video, understatement of the century, okay? You already know what we're doing by the title, and if you're a regular here on my channel, then you already know that I'm a bit of a brow connoisseur, a brow addict. I freaking love brows. I love playing with brows. I often shave off half my brows. I have very, very, very different brows in every single video. I talk a lot on this channel about how powerful makeup can be to shape our faces and shape our features and honestly make us look like completely different people, but how we've all been conditioned through following very similar tutorials via the popular style to all change our shape into Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is gorgeous. She is stunning, but we don't all need to look like Kylie Jenner, right? It's a problem I realized a while ago. You guys are very familiar that this is sort of my video manifesto that I'm building here, showing you guys different makeup styles, but I kind of wanted to take a little bit of a turn because so many of you guys loved my most recent video. We're at like 250,000 views in a couple days, which for a channel my size is crazy, and it gave me a good idea, I think. I want to do these sorts of videos with everything on my face. I don't know how this didn't come to me sooner because, like I said in every video, I am near unrecognizable. Something that you guys comment on constantly, how I'm like a shapeshifter. It's just makeup. It's just makeup, and the steps themselves are not difficult. It's just figuring out which brow to pair with which nose contour, with which lip, etc, etc. So I want to do a series on my channel where I show you guys different ways to change your appearance step by step. So our first step today is, of course, brows. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different brow shapes that are dramatically different from one another and that will make my face look dramatically different in real time, as you guys will be able to see. This was a long-winded intro and I apologize, but let me know if you guys are on board with that idea. And last thing before we jump right into it is, if you've never seen my face before and you like that idea or you're ever interested in seeing my face again, feel free to subscribe down below. We would love to have you join the little family here. The speed with which we are growing is kind of blowing my mind, so I have to say a massive, massive thank you, especially to those of you who are returning subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on this little video journey. It really does mean the world. Okay, I've talked way too much. Let's zoom in. Hi. Do you guys like this new wig? I'm kind of obsessed. I'm gonna be honest. The reason I put it on is because I hear your criticism and I hear that you guys hate when I have my hair in my face when I'm doing my makeup, which is something I don't even think about. So I pushed it back today, okay? I don't want to hear it. So I think the first brow I want to recreate and show you what it can do to my face is the sort of model-esque brow. It's that really, really trendy, bushy brow that was super, super popular. I would say like 2017 to 2019 was when it had its biggest day in the sun, but it's still an extremely popular brow style today. Now the problem with the bushy brow is that a lot of people think you have to have brow hairs to achieve it, which you don't. I, as you can see, do shave off the tails of my brows, but even without brow hairs, a lot of times you guys do see me with a bushy model brow, and I'm going to show you how I do it. My technique lately has actually changed because I have found a new holy grail product that literally, when I tell you it speaks to my soul, it speaks to my soul. This is the new Milk Makeup KUSH brow pen. Oh my god, I have the most exciting announcement. Also guys, this is part of the reason why I wanted to do this video. I get a ton of questions about what kind of affiliate links and affiliate codes I have, and I am very, very picky with affiliate links and affiliate codes because for me to have an affiliate code, I basically want to believe in the vast majority, if not all of the products from a makeup brand. Now, obviously makeup is very subjective. People have different skin types and different preferences, so there's never going to be a brand where I love every single product, but Milk Makeup is about as close as you can get, as you guys know if you've been on my channel, to a brand where I just wholeheartedly love everything they come out with. I have been a Milk stan for years. My affiliate code is Snitchery. That can of course be used on the staples like Milk Hydro Grip, KUSH Mascara. Their lip balm is my favorite lip balm of all time. I mean, you guys are familiar with these products if you're familiar with me, and I'm so freaking excited. This will be lasting 2 weeks. It's sort of a 2-week trial period. So if there's anything on the Milk site you want to try or you want to stock up on and you want to use my code, a big thank you from me to you. I'm really excited. That was very long-winded, but I did want to make that announcement in case you guys loved this product and you wanted to get your hands on it. I didn't want you to waste money you didn't have to spend. So this product is kind of unlike anything I've ever seen before. If you can see, it has 3 little hair-like tongs. Now, I mentioned this in my last video, but the trick to having a natural brow, regardless of the shape you're going for, is to still be able to see the hair strokes in your brow. When you block out your entire brow brow with a pomade or a powder, it's never gonna look like the bushy brow you're trying to achieve. It's just not gonna happen. That look is made and broken by the brow strokes, and as far as I can tell, that's exactly what this pen is intended for. It's so you don't have to sit there and meticulously, with a little tiny wet brush, spend 45 minutes drawing in little brow strokes. This is gonna do it for you in the correct direction that hair is meant to go, right? Do you see these little strokes? They look like little hair strokes. So what I'm gonna do is just start drawing in these little hair strokes. Do you see in real time what this tool is doing, y'all? Please somebody tell me if any of the other girls are doing this. I will say there's definitely a learning curve with this product where you have to figure out when you first buy it, like how hard sort of to press to deposit the color correctly. But like literally, are you kidding? You can darken up your brows and thicken up your brows by going into your brow, but you can also build an entire tail. That literally took me like 4 strokes of this pen and like 2 seconds. And you guys can see the massive difference that this pen makes. I'm obsessed with it. I'm literally never gonna stop screaming about this tool. If you are like me and you had the most difficult time getting these sorts of little hair-like strokes, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this tool. And I had the exact same praise to sing in my last video, like I said, before I knew an affiliate code would even be in the cards. Next, I'm going to go into my Milk KUSH Clear Brow Gel. All the products that I use in this video are not gonna be Milk, by the way. I have lots of other brands that we're going to be going into. This just happens to be the first brow. But one thing I really like about this brow gel is that a lot of times I found that brow gels make my brows look very shiny. I don't like when I turn my head and my eyebrow looks wet. I don't like that. I'm gonna brush all my hairs up, and there she is, our first brow. Now this is sort of just gonna give you, exactly as I said, that very like model-esque, very effortless, like I have really thick brows and you can't tell me anything. Let's move on.
Hey guys, editing Snitch here. So you might notice that my brow looks a little bit different. That's because I took like 20 minutes to explain the fact that you can make your brow look a little bit more diffused and soft just by tapping in some beige or light colored eyeshadow into your brow. It's a really easy trick that I never see anybody talking about. So just take a little brow brush and pat some powder in there. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to explain, so we're moving on.
It just looks a little bit more put together and more refined than this brow does, but without adding a very like heavy built-on look. If you're struggling to get that look because you have dark brow hairs, just give it a little powder moment, guys. You won't regret it. Next, I'm gonna try an Instabrow. Now, when I tell you I despise an Instabrow, I hate this shit, okay? I hate the Instabrow. Not on other people, not on other people. Let's get this straight. On other people, it looks amazing. I've been on so many brand trips with people who rock the Instabrow like no tomorrow, and it looks superb. Mwah. Incredible. On me? No. I am going to go in with the Ka-Brow from Benefit. Now, when I say I don't like the Instagram brow on me, it used to be all I did, okay? This is a development in the last couple of years where I've seriously left her behind, but as many people do, I went straight from the Sharpie brow into the Instabrow. Like, the Instabrow is very blocky, it's very dark, it's very shapely, it's perfect. It is an aspirational style and it works for a lot of people, but for me, it's just a lot. So I'm gonna start from the bottom and just, you know what I just realized? This Instabrow is actually gonna be really difficult to do because if you see, it goes right over my pimple. I'm not gonna be able to get that really straight line that Miss Thing has on the package. The trick to the Instabrow is having 2 perfectly straight lines on the top and the bottom without a hair out of place, which I think is the reason why the Instabrow is typically so like thick. She's thick because you kind of have to draw outside of your hairline. Now that my brow is sort of mapped out, I am gonna go in with the pomade and just fill it in. This really used to be my thing. It used to be everyone's thing. And now looking back at it, I'm like, it doesn't even look bad. That's the thing. The Instabrow on camera looks exceptional. I mean, is she a little dark? We haven't added the front hairs yet. Yeah, she's a little dark, but like, she looks good on camera. One thing, and I don't know if this will make sense to anybody, but one thing about the Instabrow is it allows for a lot of expression. When we as influencers or YouTubers or whatever are sitting on camera and we're talking to you guys, these brows give us so much range of motion and so much expression. Like when I raise my brows, this is the brow you notice. This is when I look surprised. I think that's part of the reason why it became so popular for YouTubers to do, because they realized when they were editing their videos and posting their videos that this really helps with camera expression, having a very defined brow. We put a lot of the way we visually express ourselves and communicate in our eyebrows, and this gives you just the cleanest, boldest, and most easy to read expression out of every brow style you could do. I mean, there's a reason that all of these things that have become so popular on YouTube, the baking, the big concealer triangles, the Insta brow, the lip shape, have become so popular, and I love talking about it because there's a reason. Anyway, let me shut up and finish off this brow. So what I'm gonna do is start just adding pigment towards the front and diffusing this top line. So I'm just taking my spoolie and diffusing out the front of the brow. And let me reiterate, I know I shouldn't have to do all these disclaimers, but let me just say, if you are a girly or a boy or whatever that's still doing this eyebrow shape, or if you follow influencers that do this eyebrow shape every day, more power to them. It looks amazing on some people, just not on me. The last step is to conceal around your entire eyebrow and to give yourself sort of that concealer halo. Now, I've seen conflicting reports from people on whether the concealer around the eyebrow is intentional or not, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really sure if people leave it there on purpose or if they don't, but I do feel like it is a necessary step in this process to like really clean up the brow line to like an absurd degree. This brow is the perfect brow for Instagram makeup. That is something I will say. When you are on Instagram and you see this gorgeous snatched eye look with a gorgeous snatched perfect Instagram brow, like, she has her place. When you block your entire brow out like this, it does give you just a consistent shape, which is very aesthetically pleasing to the eye, especially in a little square cropped picture like this. It frames your eye look exceptionally. So I don't want you guys to think I'm shitting on this brow shape. It's just, I mean, you can see, it's a lot for me. But I will show you guys a comparison. Here we are with one brow. This, again, is about as natural as a brow can be versus the Insta brow. I want you guys to be able to look at my brows here and choose which brow you guys like the best. Not even necessarily on my face, that's sort of irrelevant to your lives, but on you. If you want to try every single one of these brow styles at home yourself and figure out your new brows, please. Makeup is all about experimentation. There are so many more options out there than I think we even realize, certainly more than I even realized, and that's what's so fun about trying something dramatically different. Next, I have a fun one. The next brow I want to do is the bleached brow. This is something that you can quite nearly, if not entirely, achieve without actually bleaching your brows, but it is kind of difficult, so we'll see if I do it today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my concealer, the MAC Studio Fix, and I am going to pop it onto a spoolie, and then I'm gonna run that color through my brows. I'm gonna go in with one more round. There we go. This is what I like to see, when the concealer totally just coats the hairs. You wanna make sure when you're doing this, if you have dark brow hairs like me, that you do get every single hair, or the one little section that you miss will become very obvious. Okay, while that dries, I wanna know which tutorial you guys wanna see next, whether that's contour. There are different ways you can shape your face dramatically using contour, whether that's lips. I know lips is gonna be one of those things where people are like, I mean, you can either overline them or you cannot, but that is so not the case. I think now we're so used to that very like, I mean, it's kind of what I have today, that very rounded out overlined lip shape, but there are so many other lipstick styles. I'm not talking about like matte versus satin. I'm talking about like ways to line your natural lip shape that make a world of difference. And the smaller your lips are, the easier they are to achieve. Like, nobody ever talks about that like really crisp, sharp lip line that was super, super popular. There are also so many like vintage lip styles that completely change the way your face and makeup looks that nobody ever talks about. Would you guys want to see that? Do you want to see an eye contouring tutorial? Honey, my eyes are not snatched naturally. I mean, if you watch my other videos, you know I have very round, extremely small eyes. I've even done an entire video where I talked about how to make my eyes look bigger, but that's not even the style of makeup I do anymore. Now I try to make my eyes look much longer. What I think I want to achieve with this series is so that you guys can go through, almost like creating a sim, right? You'll be able to go through this playlist and see all the different brow styles that I've shown you guys how to do. All the different lip styles, all the different contour styles, and you can pick what really flatters your face. That is my ultimate goal. Okay, I'm shutting up again because God, I could talk forever. I'm taking this color here onto my brow brush and I'm going to pop that into my bleached brow, especially where I can still see a little bit of dark pigment. And I'm very lightly patting because I actually don't want to disrupt where the concealer has already been placed. I'm also patting just in this direction because I do want that very light white pigment on my skin. You guys can see maybe almost mimics the look of brow hairs in the front. If you have much lighter skin than me, I can get away with doing a bleached brow using white products because I'm a little bit tanner. If you are very pale or very fair, you actually want to go into a product that has a little bit of yellow because nobody's bleached brow is actually white. I am more of a medium, like light to medium skin tone. I can get away with this, but if you're trying to do this at home and you're fair, grab a little bit of yellow or a little bit of brown just to like add some color back into your brow. We have our Instabrow versus the bleached brow. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take off the bleached brow because the Instabrow is gonna be more annoying to disrupt. I'm going to do a mimic of a soap brow using not soap. So this is the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. This is very different from the KUSH brow gel. This is glue, basically. Like this will stick your brows down and they will not budge. The downside and the reason I don't use it as much as the Milk Clear Brow Gel is because it does give you a shiny sheen. Like it's gonna stick them down, but it's gonna, like when you turn your head, it's gonna give you a highlight on your brow. It's gonna shine like glue. But for mimicking soap brows, that's really exactly what you need. Instead of combing up my brows using like the comb side like you normally would with the brow gel, I use the top and I just spike my brows like this. I sort of section them. Like you can see, I have a section here, and a section here. Intentionally unruly direction. It's the eyebrow version of a intentional messy bun. So we're left with brow hairs that are all pointed up. That's the trick to this brow style, is you want them all to be pointed up so that even when it looks messy, it still looks almost intentionally messy. I'm gonna make the front hairs go in the wrong direction, so stick them towards the other brow. They're saying, hi, hey brow, hey Instabrow. How you doing over there, girl? And then I'm gonna add more strokes on the end. But that's how you can mimic a soap brow super easily. Just gel your brows first, which is kind of counterintuitive. Most people stick gel on their brows at the end to keep them in place. Instead, you can gel your eyebrows up in those little spikes initially and then just fill in where you need more spikies. But I think that is finally it. This has been one of the most fun videos I've filmed on my channel. I really like doing stuff like this. If you like to see these sorts of videos and you want to build a new makeup routine section of your face by section in the way that I sort of have. If you made it to the end of this video, hit me with a, what emoji should we do today? Let's do a dog emoji. Any of the dogs you want in the emoji collection, you have options. Thank you for being my friend today, and always don't forget that, again, I do have a new affiliate code with Milk Makeup where you guys will get a percentage off. Yes, thank you for being my friend today and always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.